professor of classics in the Department of Classics in Ancient History at Durham, and I specialise in the Latin literature of the late Republic and early Empire. And for the past decade or so, I've been working on a Latin writer called Pliny the Younger. He's probably best known for his eyewitness account of the eruption of Vesuvius in 79 CE. Pliny was a senator and consul under Trajan, and during his own lifetime published a collection of roughly 400 of his own letters. And last year I published a biography based on those letters called Man of High Empire, The Life of Pliny the Younger. In this biography, I was trying to solve a problem. How do you write the biography of someone from a society that doesn't share our modern ideas of selfhood and individuality? The idea of the validity of the unique individual simply didn't exist. The question rather was, how far did this person conform to and exemplify and express shared communal values? Pliny's contemporaries also knew all about the inner life, so beloved of modern biography, but they just didn't think it was either very interesting or even very revealing. What they preferred to ask was, how far can you control your inner life to conform to universal moral standards? So the question then becomes how to write the biography of someone from a society that isn't particularly interested in the unique individual and how we understand it, or indeed in the rich inner life. Then, as a solution to that problem, I reflected on the fact that ancient culture has other ways of external ways of getting to grips with individuality. In the Odyssey, for example, it is important that Odysseus is from Ithaca, a small, rocky, remote island that somehow affirms the impress of the individuality of Odysseus. And that gave me the key to unlocking Pliny's letters as a source for framing and understanding Pliny's individuality in a way that I thought was more authentic in regards to his ancient culture. His letters are in fact very rich in detail about the places where he was born and the places where he lived as an adult. Pliny is in fact probably Latin literature's greatest writer of the Italian countryside, better in his way even than Virgil. He tells us all about Comum, where he was born, about Umbria, where he owned a luxury villa and farm, about the Laurentine shore near Rome, where he owned a villa to get away from his busy life as senator and courtroom orator in Rome, and about Campania, where he witnessed the eruption of Vesuvius in 79, and Pontus Bithynia, where he was governor under Trajan and met a community of Christians there. It's another thing for which he is quite famous. So writing about Pliny's life in each of these locales allowed me to really bring out something of the uniqueness of Pliny's life without being untrue to ancient ideas of the individual. And also took inspiration from the fact that a similar approach actually has been used and worked in modern biography. Hermione Lee's biography of Virginia Woolf, for example, talks a lot about the houses where Virginia Woolf lived as a way of getting at her individuality. My hope is this biography will make a difference to how people write biographies of ancient figures in the future. Think hard about the difference between our ideas of selfhood and individuality and ancient ideas, and how we can write their stories in a way that is true to their ancient culture without imposing modern biographical categories on ancient individuals. So where to next after this? Well, having spent a few years on just one letter writer, my ambition is to take on all ancient letter collections before the year 410 in conjunction with my friends and colleagues Andrew Morrison and Antonia Sari. And we basically, if you ask many professional classes how many ancient letter collections survived from the year before year 410, they wouldn't know. The answer is 50, but 30 Greek, 20 Latin, and there's thousands and thousands of letters, but it's not a subject that is often studied with a sense of the overview, because simply people don't know what's there. So in a book of about 250,000 words, we're going to survey all of these ancient letter collections and bring them together as a kind of canon, including the letters of the New Testament. It's a pan-Mediterranean letter collection in that study in that regard.